Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis. A block shot.
This is one of the great recovery plays you'll ever see. The lob, Booker to Ayton. We've seen it many times, and that reaction and block is special.
When you're a championship team and you win this NBA Finals trophy, you want to go back the next year. You want to go back the next year after that. You want to continue to win and continue to write your legacy in history in basketball. The Bucks haven't been able to do that. They won one championship recently, and that's about it. We're talking about that here on this channel. Stay tuned. The Bucks haven't been the same since the 2021 championship against the Suns, who they just lost to. Devin Booker actually just hit a game winner. So everything comes full circle for the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Giannis this season is averaging 30 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Dame is averaging 25 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. They're both putting up really, really solid numbers. Numbers aren't the problem here. Defense is the problem here. This is why it's not working. When you can't defend and you're letting up so many easy buckets, so many easy points, it's hard to just continue to put out offense and offense and offense and offense and offense and offense when you're not going to defend nobody. Gary Trent, who they picked up last offseason in free agency, but he's running off screens and getting stuck. Gary Trent Jr., that defense is where he hangs his hat on. In 2021, when they won the championship, why did they win it? They were a top defensive rated team. They had Drew Holiday, they had Middleton, Brook Lopez, Giannis. I believe they had Pat Bev. They might have not had Pat Bev. The Bucks haven't been able to get back to the finals recently, and is that because of Dame? Is that because of Giannis? Is that because of them together? I can't give you that answer. I really don't know. They are a top 5 seed still today, so they are solidified, but I do think when you're a championship contender and you're a top 2 player in your conference, which Giannis is, him and Tatum are top 2 in the East, I think you should genuinely be able to compete for a championship. Being the 5th seed, that might not matter too much because they are playing the Pacers in the first round, who they lost to last year. I do think they're going to beat the Pacers. They're going to make some noise this year. One thing about this Bucks team is that Giannis has not really been able to take another leap in his game, whether it's being able to make more shots away from the basket. It could be a mid-range, it could be a post fadeaway, it could be a 3-pointer, and he doesn't even have to shoot the best percentage. But bro, we have to see something else from Giannis. He's unstoppable, even though people know what he's doing. But if he was able to do a little bit more, set better screens, we'll talk about that in a second, I think the Bucks would be in a way better spot defensively, cohesively. That team chemistry would be up. Now, Giannis just came out a few weeks ago and he was making comments about how he wants the Bucks to play more in the flow of the offense, which is nothing bad. But then Dame came out and made a comment talking about how the Bucks team needs to go out and hit people. Obviously, this is a game of basketball. We're not going out and punching nobody. That's not how it works. What Dame means by that is when he's calling for a pick and roll and Giannis is coming up, Giannis isn't even touching, not even touching the guy he's supposed to be screening. He's letting Dame just get by and then he'll automatically go run. So there is some drama going on in Milwaukee when your 2 top players are saying there's a certain way you're supposed to be playing and it's actually not the same way. So obviously up top, there's something going on. Giannis, I know they just fired their coach last season and they have a new coach now, but there's still clips of Giannis grabbing the clipboard trying to be the coach. And personally, I don't know if I like that because he's one of those guys that always seems like the coach is a scapegoat. It doesn't work like that, bro. You guys as a team have to go out and win these games. You have to go out and defend as a unit together. When your defense is this bad and you're not able to overcome it with your offense, I don't really know what to tell you, man. They ended up trading Chris Middleton this year for Kyle Kuzma, and I assume they did that just because he's older. Kuzma's a little younger than Middleton, and Kuzma is a proven champion, a proven third option, but he has not been coming to perform for the Bucks. These are his numbers now, and it has not been that good. What is the Bucks ceiling and floor while we're closing in on this postseason run? I'm gonna go ahead and say their floor is the 2nd round. I know a lot of people would say their floor is the 1st round because they could see him losing to the Pacers. Me personally, I don't think they're gonna lose to the Pacers. They've got Dame, they have Giannis. I think that is a guarantee to make it past the 1st, at least this year. Last year was different. They had just got Dame. It's a whole thing. Now this year they might be able to make some noise in the postseason. Now their ceiling, their absolute max ceiling, I'm going to put as a finals appearance, not a finals win, but a finals appearance. I do think the Celtics have a higher ceiling and winning that championship. I don't know how much difference that is Giannis, but they're both contenders. One I see getting to the championship, and one I could see winning the whole thing. And I really do hope that is the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, my argument for that is Giannis is the best player in the East. Why would he not go on a postseason run? I think of like people like LeBron who have been in the East, who has dominated the East for years. If Giannis can just somehow make a crazy postseason run with Dame, his name would be revamped, restamped in the NBA. Just because I do feel like he's in Milwaukee, it's pretty quiet. Not a lot of people talk about him. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. This isn't the craziest in-depth video, but I did want to talk about the Bucks. I did want to talk about Giannis and Dame, because I do think it is a weird situation for them not to be, a top 2 solidified team. But there's definitely something there behind the scenes. I don't really know what it is besides the defense. I think if they genuinely were able to fix the defense, and let's say they had Dame, Drew Holiday, Giannis with no Kuzma, that team is just ultimately better defensively. I don't know. I do think that's their biggest issue. I don't know if they can overcome it. I do hope they do, though. Giannis is pretty good. Dame is pretty good. You know what I mean? So if you guys enjoy, leave a like down below. Consider subscribing. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace.